Welcome back to another edition of the GuerrerosAzteca podcast, a podcast where we talk about the Liga MX and everything going on around the football mexicano. Man, it had been a long time since I've said those words, a long time since I've said that intro, but we're finally back and better than ever to talk about everything that's going on in the football mexicano, because there is some good stuff going down, man. Some stuff that was a surprise to, I'm pretty sure, most of us. Sort of like Chicharito out of nowhere landing in Real Madrid, only the biggest sports organization in the world. And no, I'm not saying that because I'm not a Real Madrid fan. I'm just saying the truth, man. Real Madrid, biggest sports organization in the world, over the Yankees, over the Cowboys. I'm talking the Dallas Cowboys. It's Real Madrid, man. Whether some of us like it or not, it's damn Real Madrid. And Chicharito Hernandez, the man who would struggle to get some minutes, who would struggle to start for Manchester United, the man that many people pointed at and laughed because he was a bench player, called him a bench warmer, this and that. That guy right there, Chicharito Hernandez, Javier El Chicharito Hernandez, is in Real Madrid. So we'll talk about the details and my opinions on that whole transfer for Chicharito. Also, this one really caught me off guard, and that was Ronaldinho in the Liga MX. Epic stuff, man. But not only in the Liga MX, out of all the teams he could have landed in, it had been rumored he was coming to America, had been rumored he was going to Tigres, the teams with a lot of money known for signing bigger players, this and that. No, Ronaldinho didn't land in Monterrey or in Tigres or in Cruz Azul or in America. Ronaldinho lands in Querétaro. Wow, Querétaro. So big props to any Querétaro fans that may be listening to this. I mean, having Ronaldinho in your team isn't only going to fill your stadium every other weeknight or weekend that you play there, but it's also going to fill the opponent's stadiums. Wherever your team is playing, wherever Ronaldinho steps on, that stadium is going to fill up. Even the Omni Life, the Chivas stadium, the beautiful stadium they built that they have such a hard time filling. And that's not just a shot at Chivas fans. Don't get mad at me. It's just the truth. Chivas has a hard time filling that brand new stadium of theirs. It's a beautiful stadium. When Ronaldinho plays there, what is it, around 3 weeks from now, that stadium will probably be full. So at least for this season, what I'm predicting is Ronaldinho and Querétaro, because it's not only Ronaldinho, it's Querétaro, will be filling the stadiums left and right every single weekend they play. So that's amazing and major props and thanks, man. I have to thank Querétaro and their staff for making it happen, because bringing a player like Ronaldinho, making the efforts to actually sign a player like Ronaldinho is something that we have to give props for and also thank, because I'm going to be thankful for seeing Ronaldinho every single weekend. I mean, we still could have seen him, obviously, but it's going to be a lot easier for us Liga MX fans to watch Ronaldinho. We don't have to go to another league or see another team we might not be as interested in to watch Ronaldinho play. We get to see him, every weekend here in the Liga MX. So that's going to be awesome. But, major props, like I said. But I think a lot of people, America fans, Tigres fans, even Cruz Azul fans, might join in the frustration and asking, why didn't my team sign this player? And a lot of people might say, if Querétaro could sign Ronaldinho, then my team could definitely sign Ronaldinho. Now, Querétaro isn't the Querétaro they were last season. This Querétaro has a new owner. They have new owners that actually have money, that actually show interest and keeping the team competitive. And this is great proof of that. Look at that. They just signed Ronaldinho. They definitely want the team to succeed. They don't just want the team as a toy and that they're never going to invest in. They actually want this team to succeed. And they took a giant step in signing Ronaldinho, because in my opinion, Ronaldinho is the biggest, if not it's up there, top three, the biggest signings of the Liga MX ever, That's just my opinion. I mean, had the Liga MX, any Liga MX team ever signed a Balón de Oro winner. Ronaldinho won the Balón de Oro in 2005 when he was playing with Barcelona. He won the Champions League with Barcelona as well. I mean, he was one of the greatest. At one point, he was the greatest player in the world. And the dude is not like he's coming to Mexico just to retire. Nah, man. I don't. The dude still has some magic in his boots, man. That's something that he'll probably never lose. He can lose speed. He can lose stamina. He can lose this, that. But the dude has some magic. The dude still has some football left in him. So Querétaro has as a great signing and a great player. So I was a little frustrated, though. I will admit I was a little frustrated, like I'm sure a lot of America fans were as well, asking themselves, why didn't America go after him? Why? I mean, America could have signed Ronaldinho. That was definitely a possibility, but from what I'm reading and from what I've learned is that America had the player was offered. Ronaldinho was offered to America, and America said, no, I don't want him. So America, they turned it away. They just didn't want to sign Ronaldinho for whatever reason. It wasn't money issues. Look, that really wasn't the issue. America could have signed Ronaldinho. They could have paid his wages, this and that. They just sold Raúl Jiménez for $14 million. So the money's there. The money is definitely there. But for whatever reason, America decided, Ronaldinho, no, we don't need him. We have Osvaldito Martinez. We have a real number 10 in Osvaldito Martinez, right? Come on, man. So obviously I was frustrated. Then I got over it quickly. I got over just getting pissed off. Because I'll say it again. I've said it many times. Club America can't have Osvaldito Martinez as their number 10. It's just not. That's just wrong. That's just wrong, man. That's just definitely wrong. So anyways, yeah, I was frustrated that America didn't make efforts and didn't take steps into signing a player like Ronaldinho. Think about it. Ronaldinho in America. Tons of jerseys. You're gonna sell tons and tons of jerseys. You might, as hard as it is to fill the Azteca, the Estadio Azteca, as large as it is, you might fill the Azteca with Ronaldinho in Club America. That would have been amazing. That would have been a great signing for Club America. Not only because of the marketing around the player, but also, like I said, the dude still has some football left in him, and he could be an asset to any team anywhere. Maybe not an asset to Real Madrid or Barcelona today or Manchester United today, bigger teams, but in the Liga MX, the dude will be an asset. In the MLS, the dude could still help a ton. He would definitely be a great asset there as well. But these teams, Cruz Azul, they didn't really try. Cruz Azul, Tigres, America, Monterrey, whatever, the teams, León even, the teams that have money that usually sign big names, didn't really try, I guess. They didn't really try, or Ronaldinho just preferred Querétaro. I don't know the full story, but a lot of fans, man, listen to me. I've been looking around Twitter. A lot of fans are upset that Ronaldinho didn't sign for their particular team, especially America fans. That's what I was really researching. And it was funny because, I guess a couple minutes after the Ronaldinho transfer became official, when it was official that he was going to Querétaro, America, the official Twitter of Club America posted a photo saying, check out our team's practice this morning or something like that. And in the picture, it was Osvaldito Martinez. You could see the number 10 in his shorts, so I read the comments or the replies to that tweet that the official Twitter of Club America had posted, and the comments or the replies were just a bunch of hate. How can you do this? Why wouldn't America sign Ronaldinho? And a bunch of horrible stuff. But I'm just happy. I'm just happy that Ronaldinho is gonna be in the Liga MX, and it's huge for Querétaro. I'm happy for Querétaro fans as well, man, because they stuck with their team. Most of them stuck with their team even after the last season and the season before that, where the team just didn't have enough to pay players. They went 3 months without paying their players or something like that. They didn't have enough to pay the light bill. Then they got involved, or not them themselves, but the owners got involved in some legal issues. Then the Liga MX had to take the team from them and sell it. So now everything seems to going in the right direction, and the team seems to be headed in the right direction. And I'm happy for that, man, because they went through some tough times. They definitely went through some tough times. So Ronaldinho landing there is going to make it all better. It's going to make it all better for Querétaro fans and for the fans of other teams in the Liga MX as well, because it's just going to be a pleasure watching that dude in the same league. So I guess I've said enough about the Ronaldinho thing. I'm really hyped to see him play. It doesn't matter with who. It's Querétaro. Would I have preferred to see him play in America? Obviously, that's obvious. I would have definitely bought an America jersey, but it's just hands down, just no matter with who, it's just going to be a pleasure watching this guy play. He's still a magician. He's still a beast, and great signing. I can't emphasize that enough. So the other topic that I wanted to talk about and discuss for this podcast was the Chicharito move to Real Madrid. You guys had been leaving some comments recently, and I'm late. I know I'm late to the whole discussion. This isn't news to anyone. I'm not trying to give you guys some breaking news or anything like that. I'm just trying to give you guys my opinion on the Chicharito move to Real Madrid. So obviously, this came as a surprise to me, man. This came as a surprise to me, not because Chicharito doesn't have what it takes or because I don't think he's good enough to play in Real Madrid. Not because of that. Just because I think no one saw it coming. No one really saw it coming. I think eventually, after the first season that Chicharito had, or that Chicharito had at Manchester United, after his great first season, I think we all thought that eventually he could land in Real Madrid. But then slowly but surely he started losing minutes. He started losing, I guess his role in Manchester United, and he just started seeing a lot of bench. He started struggling getting minutes. He even played in the bench, or he was even benched for the Mexican national team in the past World Cup. So for all those factors, him losing a lot of minutes, him being a bench player in Manchester United, him being a bench player even in the Mexican national team, we just didn't imagine that Chicharito at this time could land in Real Madrid. But it's been announced, it's obviously official. Chicharito has been loaned out, so it's not a transfer. He's not there, but there is the option to buy. So Real Madrid paid Manchester United 2 million euros for the loan. It's going to be a 1 season or 1 year loan, and they have the option to buy. So if Chicharito plays really, really well this season with Real Madrid, if he scores 15 goals, if he scores 20 goals, then God, I hope he does, man. I hope he beasts at Real Madrid. That's going to be amazing. And I think he has what it takes, man. I think, listen, Benzema, obviously, if we were all honest with ourselves, is the better player than Chicharito. But do I think Benzema is light years ahead of Chicharito? No, I don't, man. No, I don't. And I think Benzema isn't really a striker that scores a lot of goals, man. He doesn't. We all know who takes care of the goal scoring in Real Madrid. That player goes by the name of Cristiano Ronaldo. The dude is just a goal-scoring machine. He takes care of scoring all the goals for Real Madrid. So it's not like Benzema is a goal-scoring machine. Now, he is an important player for them. And I do think if Chicharito could get it going, man, if he is gonna have minutes. A lot of people criticize Chicharito. Tomas Boy came out there and criticized him, and a lot of people on Twitter still made fun of him, saying that, he's going from one bench to the other. Look, listen. Do I think that it would have maybe been a better idea to sign for a smaller, club? Maybe there was a lot of rumors that he was going to Southampton, maybe to Valencia, to Milan. Right now, Milan doesn't have the best squad in the world, or the best squad possible. Milan, they're in a rebuilding process. Do I think that he could have signed for one of those teams and gotten more minutes and guaranteed himself a starting position? Sure, I do. He could have signed for Southampton and started every single game, maybe played 90 minutes every time he stepped on a pitch. But how can you say no to Real Madrid? If Real Madrid comes knocking your door, your agent tells you, listen, we have an offer for Real Madrid. How are you going to say no to that? I mean, I put myself in my shoes. I put myself in his shoes, and I think, yeah, man, I just don't see how people would criticize him for that. Now, think about this. Real Madrid is going to play, 4 competitions? The Copa del Rey, obviously the league. They're going to be playing the Champions League, and they're going to play the Club World Cup in December, whenever that is, right? It's in December. So he's going to get some minutes. It's impossible right now for Benzema to play every single minute of every single game as a striker for Real Madrid. So Chicharito will definitely get minutes. What I think where he's going to get the most minutes is going to be in the Copa del Rey. Now, I think if he does things well in the Copa del Rey, if he comes in and plays 80 plus minutes, maybe the full game, 90 minutes, and he scores goals in the Copa del Rey, and he starts, he gets in one of those streaks, man. If Chicharito gets in form there at Real Madrid, playing whatever minutes they give him, he's going to start putting pressure on Benzema, man. And if he continues to score, and let's say Benzema just, he's not, like I say, he's not a goal scoring machine. But if Benzema just, is struggling maybe a little bit in scoring, the pressure is going to be there. And no one, absolutely no one can question this kid's professionalism. Chicharito's professionalism, I can't even speak, man. His professionalism is just, you can't question it. This guy kills himself every single time. If you give him 5 minutes in a game, he will run after every ball. He just I can only imagine how he trains, man. This guy probably trains to the 120%. He trains to the fullest, man. So he's great on and off the pitch. So he will definitely start putting pressure on Benzema. And I think he has what it takes, man. He has what it takes to maybe steal the starting position, but he has to score. And that's the only way he's going to do it. That's it. He has to score whenever he gets the chance to get some playing time, whether it be in the Copa del Rey, whether it be 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the league, whether it be 7 minutes in the Champions League. If he scores whenever he gets the chance to play with Real Madrid, the dude's going to start putting the pressure on Benzema to keep scoring as well and maybe take over a starting position. I don't know. At least he'll make Carleto Ancelotti, he'll make him doubt himself and say, who do I start? I mean, Benzema has always been a role player. He's always been, a solid player for us. But here's this guy, Chicharito, scoring every time he gets the chance to play. So the pressure will be real, and you'll at least get the manager, make him doubt himself on who to start, you or Benzema. So, best of luck to Chicharito. I think it's a great move. I just don't see, like I said, would it have been a better idea to sign for another club to guarantee yourself the starting job and a lot more minutes? Maybe, but come on, how can you say no to Real Madrid? He probably didn't even, that wasn't even on his mind probably 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, that Real Madrid, that he would have the chance to sign for Real Madrid, even if it's on loan. The chance is there, man. The chance is there. And like I said, if he scores 15, 20 plus goals, hopefully he does, fingers crossed, man, then Real Madrid will want to re-sign him, and they have the option to keep him. All they have to do is pay Manchester United 12 million euros, and that's nothing for Real Madrid. That's nothing for them. So they'll definitely do it if Chicharito proves that he's worthy to stay in Real Madrid, and even as a role player, even as a bench player, whatever people want to call him, if he's effective, scoring goals, he'll definitely get the chance to stay. So good on Chicharito. I'm happy about the move. I'm looking forward to watching him play with Real Madrid. I'm looking forward to watching Ronaldinho play in the Liga MX. And that's really all I have for you guys, man. I know Mexico's playing tonight against Chile. It's going to be a good game. I'm expecting, that new stadium, it's a beautiful stadium for the 49ers. Levi Stadium is the name. And it's a sold out crowd, man, for this game. 60,000 plus fans. So they're expecting a great game. I'm expecting a great game. Chile is a hell of a national team. Mexico on a rebuilding process to the new World Cup, without the veteran players now. Rafa Marquez taking a break from the national team, and Carlos Salcido retiring from the Mexican national team. So now it's time for the youngsters to shine, man. The time is now. This is their chance, and I'm looking forward to seeing some new faces and seeing how they do with El Tri. So that's it, man. That's all I have for you guys today. That's all we wanted to talk about. The Chicharito transfer, the Chicharito move to Real Madrid. I wanted to give my opinions on that. I did. And Ronaldinho landing in the Liga MX. He's landing in Querétaro. I'm happy just to see this guy play. It doesn't matter with who. I just want to see Ronaldinho play. He's still a magician, still a beast, and I'm hyped to see him every single weekend. So anyways, that's it, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up are greatly appreciated on these podcasts, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, bros. And as always, que viva el fútbol.